From inspiring songs to feature films, the musical duo for King and Country creates art that really makes people feel. And today we are chatting with one of the members, Joel Smallbone, about their upcoming Unsung Hero Tour. And they're making a stop right here in Cincinnati this fall. Good morning, Joel.
I am originally from Australia. I live in Nashville, Tennessee now. My accent's very confused. We have country in our band name. We are not a country band, but I'm very pleased to be here today and to be talking to you, Mikhayla.
So your music has been described as a lot of different things: dynamic, percussive, and even lush, but it also helps connect people. How do you approach creating music that resonates with your listeners?
You said theatrical, rhythmic, and I would say honest. Some of my first memories in Australia was sitting in Sydney, cross-legged in front of a stereo system, playing a rock band, like studying their vinyl 45 cover. And I just was so moved and mesmerized, not only by the sound, but also just the visuals. And so I've always tied, I think from a very young age, this idea of like music equals honesty and honesty equals music. And so whether you're writing about love or life or God or anything in between, you need to make sure, one, that it's lush, and you need to make sure, two, that it's truthful. And so, and I'd say this, there's nothing that is more profound than meeting someone who looks, acts, thinks, votes different from you, and yet you have this commonality and connection, because even though this song was written at a different time in a different place about a different subject, you both connected on this thought and this idea and this meaning. And so I think Luke and I both count it one of the great privileges of our lives to write and record and release these songs.
So you've had the opportunity to collaborate with some amazing artists like Dolly Parton, Tori Kelly, and even Kirk Franklin. So how did these collaborations come about, and what do you enjoy most about working with such diverse musicians? Between
the soundtrack and then the album, there's been a load of features floating around. And even for the show, one of the things that we love that we do is we sort of pull video. We have all the artists sing, the songs with us through video. So you've got Dolly Parton singing and Tori singing, Kirk singing, and Lecrae rapping. And so they sort of become a bit of an integrated part of the tour as well, which is great.
What is it that makes you most excited about going on tour? And what would you say that fans can expect at the show?
We're in this really unique moment in human history where we're more digitally connected than we ever have been, and yet we're statistically more physically disconnected than we ever have been. For one time in human history, this combination of people come together because they love that footy team or they love that band or that song, and they set aside all of the things that usually divide us. And you get to have this 2.5 hour, 3 hour experience. And I don't think you can put a price tag on how much psychologically, emotionally, physically, metaphysically that impacts culture. And so I think at a ground level, I'm just really excited to be able to pull people into a room physically and share stories and sing songs, and the visual content, the features, the production value. If it all goes well and we don't die in the process, it'll be unlike any tour we've ever done before.
What's the best way to stay up to date with everything that you all have going on?
For King and Country on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, and then the number 4 King and Country on X, because they didn't allow us enough digits to do the FO. So we just did the number.